Welcome, guys, to John's Football Channel. Hope all of you doing well. This is a very big game for both teams. I think both the biggest game that you could ever watch, probably in the world. I mean, this is the World Cup final, Spain versus Argentina. Let's get into it. So starting off, they're obviously playing in New York Jersey Stadium, a capacity at 82,000, and then obviously the referee is Slaviko Vinic. And then the lineup for Argentina, obviously they're going with Martins in goal, Tagliafico probably as the left back, Martins and Romero as the centre backs, and then Molina as the right back. Ahead of them, Paredes as a CDM, McAllister, Enzo, Simmons as the midfields, operating the midfield ahead of the Paredes, and then ahead of them, Alvarez and Messi. Obviously, probably Messi will be running around and Alvarez as the striker for Argentina. And then if you take a look for Spain, they're probably going with Simmons in goal, Pedro Porro as the right back, Kubareski and Laporte as the centre backs, Cucurella as the left back. Ahead of them, Rodri, and then Fabian Ruiz. And ahead of them, Yamin Yamal on the wing, Daniel Olmo and Alex Baena on the other side. And ahead of them, Oyarzabal as the striker for Spain. If we had to look at full form, going into this game, obviously it's all 5 wins for both teams. Now it's just a thing of who has actually been through the whole spectrum between big teams, who has actually went through a lot of hard work to actually get you. I think obviously that would mean something to actually know how to actually go to the final. I mean, if you have different tactics being played as well. So I think it's obviously, I would say Argentina have obviously done it. They have obviously been behind before. They actually know exactly what it feels like to concede, and they know what it's like to actually be winning the game towards the second half of the game, and I think they do have the capabilities to have that confidence and have the mental understanding and the know-how in terms of let's be calm, we got this, and we actually are able to overcome the hill that they might face in any game. Whereas Spain, they've been ruthless. They say no, we're not going that route. We're just going to win every single game from the get-go. We're not going to give any chance to any team to actually have an idea of actually beating us. Then if we take a look, obviously, at the top players that be in question for this game, obviously it's going to be Messi against Oyarzabal. Messi with 8 goals, Oyarzabal with 5. Messi with 4 assists, Oyarzabal with 1. They both have the man of the matches 7. Minutes played, Oyarzabal has played 543 minutes, whereas Messi has played 620. Now it's just a thing of who will be the main man for both teams to actually get on the front foot and actually hurt the opposition team. And some stats. Obviously, Messi has 8 goals and 4 assists in this tournament. Only Gerard Müller in 1970 has more goal involvements in a single World Cup since 1966. Messi also has scored or assisted in all 9 of the last World Cup knockouts appearances dating back to 2022. Argentina have won all World Cup semi-final appearances in their history. So that's a very good thing to look at, and I think there's a lot of momentum going in for Argentina going into this final. Argentina have won their last 14 matches, their longest winning run in a World Cup history. And then if we look at for Spain are unbeaten across 90 minutes in their last 37 matches in all competitions. Spain also have kept 6 clean sheets in 7 World Cups matches this summer. Spain have not trailed for a single second across the 7 World Cup matches this summer. Spain faced a combined XG of 2.1 across the 7 World Cup matches. And then Rodri have one of the best passes in this tournament, the highest record of passes completed since 1966. Now I think it's a double-edged sword for Spain in a way. I think for both teams. I would say that going into this, I think if Spain do concede, they might find it a bit difficult. I do think that is the case to actually concede and actually have that. They are top ballers. They should have that mental capacity to say no, we're still in this game. Let's be calm, let's be composed, and let's get the result. But I think there's a lot more, obviously, it's going to be a lot harder for Spain to do it, whereas Argentina has done it a couple of times now in a couple of games. So it'll be a lot more easier for them to actually achieve this goal than Spain. And I think another thing can also be said for Argentina. I mean, Argentina have done it, so they might be more relaxed conceding. Although conceding is not the worst thing in the world, but I think they might have that instinct. Oh, no, the goal will come. The goal will come. But obviously, no team is ever the same. So I think if Spain do score a bit late in the game, I think Argentina would be more relaxed, more composed, having that mental thing. No, don't worry, the goal will eventually come. And you might be lucky in those instances where you do end up getting the goal, but sometimes it might end up biting you in the end. And I don't think Spain beat them basically. I don't think if I think if Spain beat Argentina or end up beating them towards the dying minutes of the game, I think Spain had the capabilities to shut down the shop and actually make sure that Argentina do not get through. And then if you look at some the records, obviously I think there's been a couple of teams that have won the World Cup, the likes of Brazil. Brazil have won it 5 times. Germany have won it 4 times. Italy have won it 4. Argentina have won it 3. France have won it 2. Uruguay have won it 2. England have won it 1. And Spain have won it once in 2010. So obviously for Spain, it would be something for them to get a bit closer to Argentina. We know Argentina has 3. If Argentina win, they're obviously going into a new rank, obviously with the likes of Italy and Germany. Obviously Brazil is the main team that have won the most World Cups. Now it's just a thing of what team deserves it, what team actually has the capabilities to actually get it done on the night. What are your thoughts? Who are you backing for this game? How do you see this game going? Please comment down below and let me know down below what you guys think and who do you see going through. If we look at goals per match, obviously Spain have scored more around 2 goals per game, whereas Argentina have probably scored 3 or more per game. Goals conceded, Spain has conceded 0.25 goals, so roughly probably a goal every second game, whereas Argentina have conceded 2 goals nearly every game. Clean sheets, obviously Spain have more clean sheets than Argentina with 3, and biggest wins for Spain is 3-0, whereas biggest win for Argentina is 3-2. And then if we look at head-to-heads, obviously there's not been a much games going to analyze and actually see what can we actually look at, what can we expect from this game. The last couple of years, there's probably been 3 games. In those 3 games, Argentina have won 2, and in the recent game, Spain actually beat Argentina 6-1, but that was also obviously in a friendly, so we can't take that game for a very good indicator as to what might happen in this game. So yeah, guys, this is obviously a very big game for both teams. It's very easy to put a prediction. Let me know down below what you guys' predictions will be in the comments down below. For me, it's very tough to actually make a decision on who would actually win. I do support Messi. I would love to actually be in the caliber of, or in that mindset to actually support him. If it was any other team, I don't know what team though, but I do rate Messi. I do think he's a very good player. It's just unfortunate that this thing's been going around with Argentina being very spoiled in terms of the decisions that have went their way. And I do hope for this World Cup final that's not the case. Or hopefully somehow, some way, Spain are able to actually make sure that is nowhere near in this game, and actually is a very good game of football being played. I think that's what we all want to see. A lot of tactics being made, a lot of end-to-end football. I don't really necessarily think that's going to happen because both teams are not going to want to actually commit and actually leave themselves the backline exposed for any goals or any shots at goal. So the way I see it, I do rate Spain in terms of their defense. I think they've been very solid. I do rate the team in general. I mean, the team has and the manager have been there for a couple of years. They know more or less how to get the job done. They know each other very well. I think the same can be said for Argentina, but maybe not to the same magnitude and on the same level as Spain. I do think the thing that might actually make the dying moments for this game, or the factor that might be the things to actually look at. I think Argentina, I think they're very relaxed to actually concede goals. As much as you could actually say that they're that kind of team where you're gonna hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you as well. And I think it's that case of I think it's just also a hope for Argentina, in the sense that hopefully I can actually hurt you more than you're hurting me. And I don't think that you can actually win trophies like that. I think you also need to have a team that is able to protect your backline and protect your defense and keep clean sheets. We know what they say. Goals win you games, but clean sheets win you, give you titles. And I think it's just written for Spain to actually win this game in terms of how they have been, and the manager and the clean sheets they have actually collected over these games, the games for Spain. I think it's just written in a sense that so long there's no sketchy stuff from the referees, I think if it's just based on the game, I think Spain do pull it off, and I do think they can actually win. The thoughts also going through it is, if Argentina end up conceding, I think they'll be probably too relaxed, especially their last game against England. They were quite relaxed and saying, no, we got this. And I think that's not exactly the way your team or your country should operate. It's just going to be too difficult to actually think that they can actually beat Spain like they've been beating these other teams. So for that, I'm going to go with a 2-1. I do see probably 2-3-1. I think Argentina could be in a case where it's 2-1 and they try to throw the kitchen sink, and I think Spain end up catching them on a counter-attack to possibly make it a third. But I do think Spain end up winning this game quite convincingly. So you guys, let me know down below what you guys' score predictions for this game and who do you guys see winning. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the post-review video when it's all said and done. Peace.